Introducing tonight's keynote speaker. Ashley Harriott is a Doctor of Medicine candidate at Emory University School of Medicine. An Atlanta native, she earned her bachelor's degree in neuroscience with a minor in global health and policy at Harvard University. Ashley has been actively involved in leadership at Emory, serving as vice president of the class of 2024 for 3 years and president in her final year. She has also been an active member of the Student National Medical Association, mentoring students and advocating for underrepresented minorities in medicine. Ashley was named an ElevateMeD Scholar in 2022 and is currently a member of the 2023-2024 cohort. This March, she matched at the Brigham and Women's Hospital for anesthesiology residency and hopes to pursue a career in critical care following graduation this May.
Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me okay? Okay. Thank you so much for the very sweet introduction. I want to start off by saying just how deeply grateful I feel to be standing here as a member of the ElevateMeD family and a scholarship recipient for the past 2 years. My speech tonight is dedicated to a series of people who have truly changed my life. It's an honor to share my story with you all, especially because this community right here has been instrumental in elevating me to where I am today. My journey began with my parents, one of which is here tonight. Thank you for coming. The very first influential people in my life and the foundation of my aspirations. When I was nearly 2 years old, my mother and I moved from Jamaica to the United States, leaving my father behind as he continued his career as an OBGYN. Growing up, I witnessed firsthand the sacrifices my mother made to provide better opportunities for me and my 2 siblings. Life definitely was not easier for her here, but she navigated the challenges of single motherhood while working tirelessly to support our family, showing me at a young age the value of grit, resilience, and empathy. Thanks, Mom. And then there's my father, who not only taught me the true meaning of hard work, but also epitomizes selflessness in every aspect of his life. The son of a farmer and a school teacher in rural Jamaica, he carved a path for himself in medicine with very little guidance or support. As a physician today, he literally works night and day to provide for himself, his immediate family, and my family here in the United States. And through it all, he never complains. It's the unwavering support and sacrifices of both my mother and my father that have made every step of my life possible. And through it all, and I carry their love and wisdom with me in everything that I do. One of the earliest impactful figures outside of my home was my 5th grade teacher, Ms. Hayes. As an extremely shy child who struggled to feel confident and feel like what I had to say was worth hearing, I found myself petrified of public speaking. I always think back to one instance where Ms. Hayes had asked everyone in my class to stand up front and share the creative writing piece we had been working on all week. Just 1 page, no big deal, right? Well, it was the biggest deal in the world to me. Despite my best efforts, my voice wavered into a whisper as my heart pounded and tears welled in my eyes, and people started to chant, "Speak louder!" And I simply thought I was going to faint. At the end of class that day, Ms. Hayes pulled me aside and she said, "By the time you leave my class, Ashley, I'm going to make sure that you know how to speak up for yourself." She saw something in me that I couldn't see in myself at the time. She believed in me, offering empathetic reassurance and a gentle push. It's okay to be afraid, just don't let fear get in the way of your potential. Her encouragement was transformative, and while it did take a bit longer than just 5th grade, I did eventually find my voice. And because of her, I've learned to push past fear and embrace the discomfort of public speaking. And I even discovered that I actually enjoy it sometimes, as hopefully me being on stage is a testament to. In high school, my cross-country coach, Coach Morris, was a pivotal person who taught me the power of perseverance. Despite never having run a mile in under 12 minutes in my entire life, I, for whatever reason, decided to try out for the cross-country team my freshman year of high school. It was my first time participating in any sort of organized sport, and that week of tryouts remains one of my most challenging and humbling experiences. Like I could barely walk for a week. Constantly finishing in last place all week, I did not have high hopes about making the team. So imagine my surprise when I saw the women's roster posted on Friday with just 13 names, and my name was on it. I was shocked to say the least. But Coach Morris saw potential in me and gave me a chance. And through his guidance, I progressed faster and farther than I could have ever imagined. By my junior year of high school, I'd made the varsity team and even became a state qualifying runner, contributing to our team's victories in the 2014 and 2015 Region 6A state championship. Go Titans! His belief in me and willingness to invest in me instilled a confidence I never had before. High school was also where I met Ms. Lepkofker, my AP biology teacher. She was the first person outside of my family to suggest that I could even attend a college like Harvard. She wrote my letter of recommendation for college applications, supporting me along the entire journey. And after I actually got into Harvard, she was the first to help me stay afloat as people at my high school gossiped about my aptitude, and my own imposter syndrome creeped in. You deserve this, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, she told me, reminding me to believe in my own worth, and I will always be grateful to her for that. When I left college, I moved 1,000 miles away from anyone and anything I'd ever known. My home away from home became Key Latch, a nonprofit serving low-income youth and their families in the south end of Boston. For 2 summers, I worked for its summers camp, first as a counselor and then as the director of the program. I remember being shocked when my director asked me if I'd take over her position as director. Her excitement about me taking over her position was infectious, and had she not been my cheerleader, I would have lost out one of the best opportunities of my life. Being director pushed the limits of what I thought I was capable of, allowing me to grow in my leadership abilities. And then in medical school, my experience has been shaped by countless physicians who have poured into me, namely Dr. Higgins and Dr. Osborne, my small group advisors at Emory who have answered my calls and texts at all hours of the day, and who definitely do not get paid enough for the amount of support they have offered. Dr. Higgins literally flew back from Boston just to make it to this event and hear me speak, and I think that's a testament to the amount of support I've had. There's also Dr. Henry, who has always made me feel supported, valued, and seen. Dr. Patterson, who single-handedly convinced me to apply into internal medicine, or apply into anesthesiology instead of internal medicine, and believes so deeply in my potential as a future physician. And finally, Dr. Hood, who is here tonight with us as well, who without her, I would not have been able to come to Emory in the first place. Before even meeting me in person, she was willing to go to bat for me and was able to provide me with additional grant money to bring down my cost of attendance at Emory, which I think deserves a huge round of applause. And even then, medical school was very expensive. It was over $50,000 for tuition alone when I started medical school, and that has only gone up since. And this doesn't even account for living expenses or anything possibly not going according to plan. I remember laying in bed one night before the start of my first year and just wondering how I was going to make it all work, while hopefully keeping my pending 6-figure debt to the lowest possible number I could possibly swing. I was in my second year of medical school, just having taken step 1, when I received an email from Dr. Hood and Dr. Henry telling me I was nominated for an ElevateMeD $10,000 scholarship, which has only gone up since. At the time, I had just spent thousands of dollars registering for step 1 and paying for all of the associated exorbitantly priced study materials, so I could not have clicked faster on that email. As I did my research and I learned more about ElevateMeD, I very soon realized that it was so much more than a monetary scholarship. When I found out that I'd actually been selected as a scholar, I could barely believe it. I think I read the email like 10 times just to make sure I wasn't being delusional. I called my mom and had her read it too just to make sure it actually said congratulations. And it was not only a huge blessing and a relief for me, but also for my family. And I'm thankful every single day to ElevateMeD for its support. You all have provided me with not only the financial and networking opportunities that have been critical to my success in medical school, but also a new community that has become family. Your belief in me has been a limitless source of motivation, reminding me of the importance of paying it forward and holding the door open for others as I move up. So as I reflect on these moments and the people who have impacted me, I'm reminded of the power of small actions in shaping our lives. My story has been shaped by the kindness, belief, and guidance of many individual people like yourself. My story has been marked by sometimes small, yet always profound moments, and each of them has made all the difference to me. I am who I am today and where I am today because of the people who invested in me, because someone believed in me, and there is so much power in that. Each of you in this room tonight has the ability to make a difference, to inspire and to uplift those around you. I hope that tonight you all remember your investors along your own journeys, the people who saw you, encouraged you, and helped you find your way. When the time comes very soon for Subin to get back up here and ask you to donate, I hope that you will consider investing in the future of someone like me, because I'm here to tell you that it really does make a difference. Thank you so much for being a part of my story, and I look forward to the day that I get to sit in your seats and have my own paddle and raise it to donate to ElevateMeD and make a difference like you. Thank you.